More run it up, keep clean, never let them touch. Fits like temper tantrums, girl, come back that up. All in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. White 7. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 11. Out
of the gun, Stafford. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play on third down for the Lions. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Now he's forced out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now a toss play to Blount. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. From the gun, it's Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody could hear my smile on that play.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Shorty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Wentz now on first down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Oh, able to avoid him.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Go here.
They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. On the toss, this is Blunt. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Great.
On first down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 10 more there and another first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. First and 10. Here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Two-jet. Okay, finish, son. Hey, onside, solid. Here, listen.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And shelling through the tackle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
0. 21. Go here. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And Tate's got it. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the forgotten man in this 1st half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, go here. Zebra. Like 7.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Great. Run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, here's Blum. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Stafford. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 70! Omaha, ready to move! Zebra!
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
On the ball! Omaha, ready to move! Tag 26!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blount, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
On play action, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught, Lockett. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the kick by Elliott is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So out now come the Lions. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Stafford now to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Hey, go here!
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run. And
he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he's going to throw it back, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Lions now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They go back to Reddick. Oh, now he pulls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Hey, give me that. I need it. Big count right there.
Here's Reddick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down. Hey, wake up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
22. 21. 0.
So the false start will back them up 5. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. A lot